Alright, so I have to share this because I don't know who else to share it with. I am shifting, which means a lot of my friend circles have dissolved away. Not that they aren't great people, they're amazing people. I don't want any of them to think that I am doing this on purpose or shunning them because they're not great people. They're amazing people and I love them, and I know they would all be here for me in a heartbeat if I asked them to be. With that said, I have been relationships have always been a mode of lessons and the darker side of lessons. They've had their moments of the good lessons, and going forward, I only want to deal with the better lessons. I feel like I've learned the negative side enough. So anyways, my last relationship, I spent some time thinking about my future and really thinking if I could see him in that future that I wanted for myself. Like, that vision that I have of my future, was it going to be just me, or was he going to be there with me? And the more I thought about this, the more friction came up within our relationship, and I feel like I handled it so well. The whole relationship, I really felt like I was doing good. I really felt like I was handling conflict well, and when I had issues, I really, I did the research to know how to bring it up in the right way, and it just wasn't ever received well. So maybe, I guess I didn't do enough research. So in the end, I was really just asking God to help me with the choice. Like, is this relationship for me, or do I need to let it go? Is this relationship going to be the support I need to propel me into my future, or is it the hindrance that's preventing me from having the future that I want? And I will say, within my relationship, future talk was very vague. It's not like we were having great conversations about where our future was going. It was vague. And there was this one time that I prayed really hard for an answer of what was happening within the relationship. And the next morning, I made a choice that ended the relationship instantly. And it was, all I had to do was let him sleep in. And everything in me was said, wake him up now, wake him up now, wake him up now. Everything, like, I couldn't not wake him up right then. It was like something took over me. And that one move was a catalyst that I was single by the end of the day, completely out of the blue. And I feel like that push to wake him up that morning and have that, just whatever that was, like, I really feel like that was a push from God. However, I actually need to back up. Through visualizing my future and seeing if I could see him next to me, I could visualize the clothes that he was wearing. Very specifically. And in my mind, when I thought of the clothes, I was like, that's not something he would ever wear. I'm gonna have to buy it for him and pick it out for him just to get him to wear it. And then we broke up. He left town immediately. So I went months before seeing him again. He doesn't post on social media. So there's nothing to stalk. There's nothing. But there was something that he shared from someone else's post. And in that post, he was wearing the clothing that I saw in our future. Clothing I thought was completely out of his personality. Clothing he would never wear. And there he was, wearing it, without me in his life. That's weird. That's trippy, and things like that are little blips that I don't understand. God had us break up. But the next photo I saw of him, he was wearing the clothes of where our future was supposed to happen. And then letting go of this relationship has been the hardest thing ever, and probably just because it was so spontaneous. There wasn't a build up to it. It was very obviously his personality has been holding a lot in and or shoving a lot under the rug. I don't know, but for me, I was very blindsided, and it's been very hard to deal with. But that's my own issues. Anyways, so it's been hard to deal with, and the other night was a night I was particularly thinking of him. And then I decided I was done thinking of him. So the next morning, woke up at 3 a.m., meditated, had manifestation, just like I felt really good. And I really visualized my future, and I really visualized the person that I want to be without a relationship. And I just felt really good. And driving into town, I was going to go for a hike, and then I saw a van, and I noticed, like, wow, this is the first time I'm seeing a van without connection to my ex. Beforehand, my brain would catch every single van and just be like, nope, that's not his. Nope, that's not his. That's not his. Every single van. And there's a lot of vans in this town. And the particular morning, I saw the van, and I did not immediately think of my ex for the first time in months. I was proud of myself. And as I'm going to my hike, I was like, well, a hike is just going to be a solo thing. Maybe you should go into public, just see what happens, see if you run into anyone. Maybe some friends to go do something with for that day. Maybe someone new. Well, maybe I'll catch someone's eyes and someone will ask for my number. So I go to the grocery store, and I'm not there for anything specific. I'm there for people. So I just slowly make my way around the grocery store. I start by smelling the flowers. I start by looking at fruits and vegetables. I'm just like taking my time, really thinking about what I might want to buy, what my body is feeling. I remember I stopped at the store because my stomach had just like this stupidest knot in it. And I was like, I can't go hike with this nauseous knot. That's why I went to the store. So I went to the store. And I was happy. I was standing tall. I was noticing as I'm walking into the store, all these people have frowns on their face. Their mind is just on autopilot. No one's smiling. Some people are mad about waiting in line at the coffee stand. And I was like, I'm going to smile. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to stand tall. I'm going to enjoy my time in the grocery store and treat it like it's the most wonderful experience I've ever had. I was turning a mundane grocery store experience into an experience just for my own enjoyment. And in the back of my mind, yes, I was like, man, I am so happy right now. Like, I would not be surprised if some wonderful man noticed my glowing energy and just had to talk to me. Like, I just felt that. And I was like, yes, I'm probably going to run it just because I felt so good. And then the time came, by the time I had decided what to eat and grabbed all my things, I checked out, and I didn't really have any, I didn't run into anyone. No one asked for my number. There was probably only even one cute person in there. Not even that. I don't know. There was no one that really caught my eye. And so I'm checking out. No hard feelings about not running into anyone. Just happy to go eat my snacks with a great view in a world famous place. And I check out and I'm walking out. And as I'm walking out, I see my ex walk past me. He doesn't see me. I see him. And I had to make the choice of to whether keep walking or to engage. And in my mind, I'm like, I was just on cloud 9 with self-confidence and thinking that today might be the day that I don't think about my ex-boyfriend and that I think of someone new and things are going to change. I'm done grieving this life that I was going to have with him. I felt like I was done grieving. I'd done it. And then I see him. Mind you, he doesn't live in this town. So it's been months. And then I see him. Why him? He's in town for one day and we cross paths. He's in town for the one day that I'm feeling so high and happy. And it just ruined my whole day. The whole day. I mean, look at me. I'm still emotional about it. Letting go is different. Letting go is an experience. I had a lot of hope. I have a lot of wounds. That's it. I just wanted to share my weird experience. Might be a little personal, but it has some weird synchronicities. So, much love. My name's Deb. I like to share my human experiences. Hopefully it helps you gain some confidence in yours, because we're definitely not in this alone. This world is crazy. The energy is just magnifying on this planet. Time is changing. Reality is changing. Our very existence is changing beyond what 95% of people can imagine. So here I am trying to document what I can with this craziness. My name's Deb. Subscribe for more.